Welcome to the fifth part of VCAA Specialist Math 2022 exam papers. In this video, we will solve exam paper 2, section A, questions 6 to 10. Statistically, most students answered questions 6 to 9 well. However, most students had problems with question 10, where they failed to find the value range of n, so that the tangent at point 1 n has a negative gradient.
Hello, Math Champions! I'm Dr. Chen. If you want to improve your math skills and understanding so that you gain confidence, enjoy math more, and get better results, click subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss anything.
Welcome to this VCAA Specialist Math exam paper series. This is section A of 2022 exam 2 paper. There are total 20 multiple choice questions in section A and 6 extended response questions in section B. In this video, we will present question 6 to question 10 in section A. In question 6, the complex number z, which expressed to x plus yi, where both x and y are real. The question is to find the equation from 5 given ones that has 2 points of intersection with the graph given by the equation modulus of z minus 5 equals 2. In order to identify the equation that has 2 points of intersection with modulus of z minus 5 equals 2, we sketch all the graphs given by 5 given equations from A to D together with the graph given by the equation modulus of z minus 5 equals 2 to have a good visual examination as shown on the right. It is not difficult to find out that the circle given by the equation modulus of z minus 5i equals 4 has 2 points of intersection with the graph given by modulus of z minus 5 equals 2. Therefore, the answer for question 6 is E. Question 7 is to ask that after using the substitution u equals 1 plus e to the x, what the integral from 0 to logarithm base e of 2 of the reciprocal of the sum of 1 plus e to the x with respect to x would look like. Because u equals 1 plus e to the x, it follows that du equals e to the x dx, which gives dx equals du over e to the x, which equals du over the result of u minus 1. Since u equals 1 plus e to the x is a monotonic increasing function, u of 0 equals 2, while u of logarithm base e of 2 equals 3. Hence, the integral from 0 to logarithm base e of 2 of the reciprocal of the sum of 1 plus e to the x with respect to x is written to the integral from 2 to 3 of the reciprocal of the product of u and u minus 1 with respect to u, which equals the integral from 2 to 3 of 1 over the result of u minus 1 minus 1 over u, or in parentheses with respect to u. Therefore, the answer for question 7 is D. In question 8, there's a slope field graph as shown on the screen. The question is to find the right differential equation from the 5 given ones that best represents the slope field. One approach for such a problem is to use a CAS calculator to plot all the slope fields of given differential equations and see which one best represents the given slope field. Another approach to address question 8 is to analyze the slope field graph. As we know, the slope field of this type of differential equation, dy by dx equals f of x, assigns to each point p of x, y in the plane, which is the gradient of the solution curve through these points. As it can be seen, the slope field circulates around the original point, and the slopes are negative in the first and third quadrants, but are positive in the second and the fourth quadrants. Since y squared over 2 plus x squared is greater than or equal to 0, and x squared over 2 plus y squared is greater than or equal to 0. Obviously, answers of D and E are ruled out in this question. Meanwhile, because the slopes are negative in the first and third quadrants, it follows that the answer A is not the one we need. However, based on the slopes at points 1, -1, 1, -2, and 3, -3, dy by dx equals -2x over y is obviously the equation that best represents the given slope field compared to the equation dy by dx equals -x over 2y, of which the gradient is more gentle. Therefore, the answer for question 8 is C. In question 9, based on the differential equation dy by dx equals 2x squared, as well as the given criteria that x naught equals 1, y naught equals 2, and the approximate value of y2 equals 2.976. The equation here is to find the step size h, according to Euler's method, as well as the given criteria. We have yn plus 1 equals yn plus yn prime times h. It brings to y1 equals y0 plus y0 prime times h, which equals 2 plus 2 times 1 squared times h, which is simplified to 2 plus 2h. Similarly, y2 is equal to y1 plus y1 prime times h, which equals 2 plus 2h, plus 2 times 1 plus h, all in parentheses squared times h, which can be simplified to 2h times 1 plus h, all in parentheses squared, plus 2 times the sum of 1 plus h. Since y2 equals 2.976, it follows that 2h times 1 plus h, all in parentheses squared, plus 2 times the sum of 1 plus h equals 2.976. Hence, using CAS graphic calculator to solve this equation, we find that h equals 0.2. Therefore, the answer for question 9 is B. In question 10, according to the given equation 5x squared y minus 3xy plus y squared equals 10, it asks that under what circumstances the equation of the tangent to this curve at the point 1, m, will have a negative gradient. Here m is a real constant. In order to find the value range of m, so that the tangent will have a negative gradient at that point, we substitute the coordinates 1, m into the curve equation to find the value or values of m, so that the tangent at the point has a gradient. So we have 5m minus 3m plus m squared equals 10, which gives a quadratic equation m squared plus 2m minus 10 equals 0. Solving this quadratic equation, we obtain that m equals -1 plus or minus square root of 11. Now we are going to find the value range of m so that the gradient at the point 1, m is negative. We differentiate both sides of the curve equation with respect to x, which gives 5 times the sum of 2xy plus x squared y prime minus 3 times the sum of y plus x y prime plus 2y y prime equals 0. After rearranging the equation and substituting the coordinates 1, m, we have y prime equals -7m over the product of 2 times the sum of m plus 1, which gives m is greater than 0 or m is less than -1. Since -1 plus square root of 11 is greater than 0 and -1 minus square root of 11 is less than -1, therefore the answer for question 10 is E.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help me make more math content like this. I will see you in the next video.